And welcome back to Jeff Koinange live at the poolside of the Intercontinental. What a show we're having. I tell you, when Senator Kipchumba Murkomen shows up and then throw in Ahmednasir Abdullahi, you have a volatile show. And we're talking issues. Pende musipende. We are talking issues. In fact, Dr. Susan Wanzia is asking, Senator, says, when you speak of us in Jubilee, are you speaking for all of you, or are you speaking for yourself?
There are certain cross-cutting positions that are policy of the coalition. So if you hear me say us as Jubilee, is when it's a cross-cutting issue. But there are things I speak for myself.
Okay, Ahmed from Eastleigh. Speaking of Eastleigh, he says, honestly, Jeff, national dialogue happens all the time. Social media, in parliament, in mosques, in churches. If CORD wants lunch in a big hotel, I would foot the bill. Ahmed from Eastleigh. National dialogue. Necessary, unnecessary, because they're pushing for this. They're going to have rallies in
No. Nobody is opposed to national dialogue because we always have national dialogue.
Absolutely.
What we are opposed personally, because I don't speak for anybody apart from my family. Unlike him, who speaks for the DP, what we are opposed to is for Raila to shove down our throats a certain brand of national dialogue, which has political connotation, which is loaded with politics, you know. I mean, if he wants to set agenda for the country, let him use his members of parliament, let him use the MCS, let them even use the senators in Senate. But I think for, you know, the country to go back to that, rallies, barazas, you know, attacking one side, I don't think it's fair to Kenyans who have just come out of an election.
I was getting to that because, Senator, the mood right now is we're going back into campaign mode.
Yes.
That's where we're going back. And all this talk about development, this moving forward, the next step, Vision 2030, SGR, is all being sidelined. Now, it's already 2017.
In fact, Jeff, figure out this way, that all the candidates that were running for governor ask every single governor for county dialogue. Will anything go on in this country? That you have one governor, there are 10 people they were running against, and they're asking for county dialogue. I mean, it's important for us to respect. It's Raila who used to tell us that we must grow our institutions. Now he's saying we can't trust these institutions to lead the dialogue, to lead the resolution of the issues that we need as a country. And if we want to go for another election, election mood, it's basically, for me, it's a distraction of the government of the day so that all of us can chase CORD as they have a rally in Mombasa, we have in Eldoret, as they have in Nairobi, we have in Kisumu, so that then we forget about the responsibility to deliver the mandate and be able to go to election.
But
my gut feeling is this, when I listen to Kenyans, whether I read in social media or so forth, that people really want to put Jubilee government on task to deliver the promises they made, and they don't want us to give an excuse that we were in rallies, as a result we were unable to.
But at the same time, CORD seems to be setting the agenda now. They're being proactive and Jubilee reactive, reactive.
I don't think they're setting the agenda. What they're doing is they're taking advantage of the mistakes they make. I mean, if you look at the former Prime Minister yesterday, I mean, he dressed in a council. He went to that ceremony, the funeral.
Yes.
Why? Because every 3 weeks they are killing one Muslim cleric. Yes. I think you should explain why his government is doing this. Every 3 weeks, you know. I mean, the country will be without Muslim cleric at this rate. If you kill one every 3 weeks, we will not have Muslim clerics.
I think, Jeff, we should not reduce the security problem to only Muslim cleric. There are Kenyans who are dying, both who are Muslims and non-Muslims. I mean, baby Cedric, who was shot the other time, was not a Muslim. He lost his mother. There are other people who are non-Muslims who have died. So I would like Ahmednasir, I mean, it's okay for him to speak for a religion he believes in.
No.
But in a national television, he needs to look at the insecurity problem as a problem that is affecting all religions.
The distinction he fails to make, which is easy for me.
Because even a Christian was killed.
Let me finish. The distinction which he fails to understand is that Muslim clerics are killed as part of state extrajudicial policy.
But you don't know that for a fact.
Wait. Well, while other Kenyans are being killed by thugs.
I don't know.
We must keep that. That's a very important distinction. When a government has an extrajudicial policy of killing certain group of persons.
How do you know that, Wakili? How do you know that?
The pattern. I mean, look at the pattern. How can 21 Muslim clerics in the last 12 months? How? 80% in Mombasa. Yesterday, they buried one person. That's a problem for me. The other insecurity, of course, I appreciate, when there's carjacking, when there is rape, when there is robbery. But those are normal.
There's nothing normal about
problem.
insecurity. There's nothing
But
normal
one
about
is
insecurity.
state instigated, the other one is thugs and robbers.
We can't tell for
And
a
he
fact.
knows.
I don't know. We can't tell for a fact whether the Christian pastor was killed in Coast, whether the people were dying out of blasts are done by who. Because any person who kills another person is a criminal.
Absolutely.
So for categorization, I don't know where Ahmednasir collects information, and it's only him who can. He's asserting he's the one who can prove it.
Okay, Peter's asking, ask Murkomen if he is a test tube politician as Ahmednasir had alleged.
I don't know what test tube politician means, but let me put it this way. I was elected by, I represent a county for about 500,000 people. I was elected by the people of Elgeyo Marakwet County to represent them in the Senate. If I am their creation, so be it. If test tube politician means working with your party leader or supporting your party policy, so be it. You know, I have accepted one principle, Jeff. Yeah, I've accepted that those who want to lead must be accepted to be led. And I've also accepted that where there is a Moses, there must be a Joshua.
Okay, why were they hammering you so much in the weekend papers? I mean, I couldn't turn a page.
Can I make I have never mentioned my good friend to be a test tube politician. He only raised his hand that he's one. I haven't mentioned him.
So he's admitted?
Yes, he admitted, but I didn't mention him.
Well, what happened, Jeff? Let me be factful here. I didn't say that Ahmednasir mentioned me, but the fact that he reduced all of us who came from Rift Valley works to deputy president called us politician.
No.
Means
I
that
talked actually about. I talked
Moi.
No,
he's talked about
even
Nyanza
about
and Rift Valley. Yeah, two of us.
everywhere.
So I only reacted as part
But
of
you said you are
the
one.
crowd. I reacted to part of the crowd that was being targeted. But let us go to the question that you had asked. You know, in leadership, you must have a strategy. I'm very happy with where I am. I mean, you asked about the newspapers, why
Yes,
they were
you've been hammered over the weekend.
If you want to kill the message, you discredit the messenger.
Are you the messenger?
No. What is the message first? What is the message?
If you want,
What is the message?
What is the message?
if you want to ensure that the issues we are raising about accountability, because as a Senate we've talked about accountability, but if you want to say that we can't talk about accountability, you must be able to say that those of us who are speaking now are not speaking for that.
Take your deep breath.
No, but Senator, let's be fair. What accountability does the Senate talk about? I mean, that is an idle talk shop. What do you do? What legislations have you passed? What national issue? I mean, the Senate is the most discredited institution in this country. You know it. You know it. I mean, the fact that you have impeached one governor unfairly, wrongly, against a court order.
And he's back in office.
Against a court order.
He's back in office.
I mean, that's accountability for you.
Let's go to that, Jeff.
You guys are all lame ducks, aren't you?
Let's go to that, Jeff. People like Ahmednasir, and you can see the way he's speaking with some sense of finality,
which is very important.
Is a group of people that actually think that the Constitution is themselves.
No.
And it's important to point. It's important to point out there was a judgment from. he went to court on his own. Not even Senate was not there, and there was a judgment from the Kirinyaga court, which actually reprimanded Ahmednasir and said that his assertions that Senate cannot hold the governors unaccountable is not in law.
No.
Ahmednasir himself, he went to court. We never even defended ourselves. So
you know, he's a junior counselor.
Let me put it this way. Ahmednasir is 30 years older in practice than me. When I joined the campus, he was exiting as a lecturer for reasons that I don't want to mention here.
I was elected chairman of Law Society.
No, let me just come to that.
Yes.
I don't want to go to that. And I'm just saying
And your point is?
He's a senior counsel. He's supposed to be showing a good example to us. Yeah?
You don't think he is?
He doesn't. Because he's not appearing to respect of law or respect of constitution.
Koinange says, ask Kipchumba Murkomen, wait a minute,
yeah,
why Jubilee fears Raila that much?
Well, we don't fear, we respect Raila. And like we respect all other Kenyans. And we respect also our competitors. Fear is not the word, it's respect.
Kyla D says, I think Jubilee and CORD should work together. They are the government now and should stop being divided. You all are the government.
Oh, yeah, yes. The point is this. Even in Senate, we work together, by the way. For things that are... And that's why I'm always surprised when Raila says we cannot use parliament for dialogue, because when there are issues that are cross-cutting, like division of revenue, like when we're dealing with bills that are cross-cutting, I mean, Wetangula and Kindiki have always sat together and agreed as majority leader and minority leader. There are certain positions we've taken as a house. So I don't know why when he talks about we work together when need be, but it doesn't mean that the minority side should stop pointing out mistakes of the government of the day.
Okili.
I mean, I agree with him on some points. When he talks valid points, I always give him full credit, and that's one of the issues.
Where is the marking scheme? Because I'm wondering where.
Excuse me.
He's your lecturer. Don't forget.
Excuse me. But you see,
Yes.
I mean, there are some valid things I think the senator rightly says, and I think the issue of this national dialogue, this agitation, this kicking the political ball every time. I mean, I think the country really doesn't need that. Jubilee is in government. Let them implement their agenda. When they make mistakes, we show them so that they can correct themselves.
Yeah.
If they can do it. Sometimes I doubt whether they can do that.
And sometimes they don't like to take criticism.
No, we take it.
You don't.
We take it. I told you we agree that in the security side, for example, we're not doing so well. I mean, how better? Yeah. Anglo-leasing, as I told you, we paid out of the lesser evil.
Tender, kufanya na kutenda.
I don't know about tenders because that's the speciality of
Kusema na
Ahmednasir.
kutender.
Yeah, that's the speciality of the senior counsel. That's not me. I'm not in that sector.
Okay. Court has planned this Saba thing. It's going to happen. Pende musi pende.
It will fail. They'll just talk. Let me ask you. We had a rally here. Yeah?
Who's we?
Some time ago, I don't even remember the date. It was like 2 weeks ago. What's the big deal now? It's over. Kenya, things in this country,
but
they happen today, you mourn tomorrow.
But I think court should realize that, Kenya, because of our political evolution and the stage of development we are very ethnic.
Yeah.
And, court represents a certain ethnic group, Jubilee represents a certain ethnic group. They competed last time, they were beaten. Why do they think they will win this time again? These guys, their troops are intact, just the way court is intact. So there is no need to have a rematch very prematurely because there will be a rematch in 2017.
You've now seen, finally agreed that Jubilee troops are intact. Who else should...
So you do agree that...
He's the one who was saying
they're intact. They're intact.
Yeah.
From that perspective, vis-a-vis court, they are intact.
You don't see a split?
Inside Kidogo, vis-a-vis court, they are intact. But within Jubilee, of course, they have the issues, like where I said the
no, those are small issues.
Yeah.
Yes,
You don't see part of...
No, we are
you
intact.
URP.
That is the only thing I fully agree with the senior counsel tonight. We are intact.
And we have your word for it.
Of course, I mean, you see even the senior counsel...
And if there's a split
considering
between now
that
and
he was
17, we bring you back?
He told you, is it intact?
No, they're intact. That one I can... he said I have the marking scheme.
So what happens? Saba, what happens?
No, I think
we'll be watching World
my
Cup.
view is we should ignore it.
World Cup.
I'll get to that in a moment.
Yes,
yeah.
I think we should ignore it really. I mean, what is the agenda behind Saba? Saba has a historic background. We were agitating for multi-party, we were agitating for democracy, we were agitating for an open government. What are they agitating for? That they want to take power from Jubilee? I mean, what is the philosophical rationalization? Of course, maybe there's a political rationalization.
Sure.
But what is the rationalization for Saba? I don't get it.
You mentioned the World Cup a moment ago.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Kenyans will be busy watching World Cup. In fact, if the code rally comes at the time that the World Cup, it's only that most of the time of the World Cup is after 7.
Mm-hmm.
If it was about 4 o'clock, they would not even get people in the stadium. Yeah, so they will be just go there and quickly will go to the World Cup. The next day will be discussing which team won. I don't think it's an issue.
Who are you supporting?
Brazil.
Okili?
I always support Holland.
Why Holland?
Orange, man, orange.
Just something orange.
ODM?
No. No, I think, I like the way the Dutch play football. I mean, they play, a certain style of football.
I'm actually disappointed in both of you.
What?
No African team?
No,
we don't support for the sect.
We will support Africans like any African team I will support. Any, just...
But to win the cup?
In terms of the team that I've supported since I was a young boy, Brazil. And I've stuck there.
Then you've always been with Holland?
Yes, I've been with Holland.
And they won the World Cup like once? You didn't ask me I'm supporting.
I think you are supporting Kenya in the World Cup.
It must be England.
I think we have a call all the way from Nyamira.
Yeah. Okay.
Amekata. Kwani hakuna credit huko? Amekosa credit.
Hakuna reverse call.
Which team are you supporting?
Nigeria.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You're laughing, Wakili. You're laughing. Watch this space. For the first time, an African team.
When there is a reasonable chance, mathematical chance of an African team winning the World Cup, I will support them.
And now?
Now it's not there. Yes.
Zero. But they'll go far? They'll go to the playoffs?
Maybe second round.
Second round, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Yeah. If you were to give one bit of advice to your people right now, and I'm talking about your coalition, what would it be? One piece of advice?
That we need to get our act together.
As a coalition?
Yes.
As a government?
Yes.
As a spokesman for the DP?
Well, I don't know where this spokesman comes in from DP.
You said it.
You speak for
I
it.
just say.
You admit it.
I just say.
I'll play the tape.
I just say.
No, let's play the tape.
Let's play the
tape.
you don't need to play the tape.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. I mean, DP of course is my friend. So as a matter of fact.
He's also my
but
friend.
also is my party leader, and probably we consult daily or twice a day or something.
Several.
But the point is this: that there are certain things we are not doing well. Yeah. We are not doing well. Whether in terms of relations between the executive and the legislature, whether in terms of dealing with the insecurity issue properly, whether in terms of, I think we are also facing the challenges of implementing the new constitution, so that all the time we go with certain tendering processes and then it collapses on the way, delays the procedure for doing certain things. I think we need to get our act together.
Okili, bit of advice, one piece of advice to the executive.
Same as my learned friend. I mean, they need to change their track. They have been so disappointing in government. You know, people who really support them are so disappointed. I mean,
Like
they
yourself?
make one. Yes, like myself. I don't hide.
Yeah.
Like
No,
you hide that you are the spokesman for the DP. You see, I mean, one mistake after another, one mistake after another, and this is, it's not good. I mean, I thought they should learn after 6 months, but I think this government really needs to change track. They had good policies and agendas. Let them implement. I think majority of the country supports their vision for the country, but if they bungle like they are doing, I mean, they will be in trouble.
How much more of a window do you think they have between now and
I said up to December.
to clean up their act?
Yes. If they don't,
I think that's
there will
too
be
long.
history.
I think that's too long. By December we should actually be enumerating in the manifesto a number of things that we will have made, very reasonable milestones.
Okay.
But so far it doesn't mean that we've not done much. We've done a lot.
I was about to say, we've been criticizing Jubilee a lot throughout this program, but one good thing that they've done throughout, let's give them credit for. What's the one thing you would do?
I liked the way they tried to reform the parastatals before URP disrupted it. That was
Where does this URP come
Let me
from?
finish. I think the president, when he appointed this committee of experts headed by Abdikadir and Isaac Wendo, that was an excellent idea. It was very historic because, state corporations and parastatals are used by politicians to, put their hand in the till, to put their relatives on the board, to steal, all those kind of
That's
things.
a good idea.
That was an excellent idea. But now, it was derailed, unfortunately.
By who?
Also, SGR was a good idea. Is a good idea.
Yes, it's a very
Definitely.
good idea. It's a very good idea.
Definitely.
Yes.
I mean,
There are so many good ideas, but they spoil.
as I told you, Jeff.
Yeah. Actually, we have exactly 2 minutes. I'm give you 1 minute each to wind up. You get the first 1 minute. Go.
No, I haven't responded fast.
No, respond. Conclude.
I just saying
give
that.
you my minute also.
I was just saying that I just want to advise my friend, my learned friend, that and senior, that to reduce his obsession with URP. But I'll be waiting for the next article about URP actually. It will be about the 6th or the 7th.
Can I tell my life? I have no obsession with URP.
No, but you do.
I have better things to be obsessed with.
No, but the articles speak for yourself.
No, I have better things to be obsessed with.
You guys want to continue while I leave? I could do that.
But honestly, Jeff, I can categorize this discussion tonight is the most important part was about the state of the nation. And I think just like Cord is saying, we need continuous dialogue, exchange of ideas. We accept criticism as a coalition, but as we concluded earlier, there are certain things we need to expedite as a country.
Yeah.
But the thing I will not accept is that for us to be boxed into a situation where we will retreat back to what we had in 2007-2008.
Right.
Because we have a country to lead, we have a country also to be proud of, and the opposition, this is the thing I want to tell the minority side or the opposition side, that opposing the government is not the same as opposing your country. You can remain patriotic, but still criticize the government of the day.
Good point. Nairobi Law Monthly publisher, you have the last word.
No, I agree with him. He gets surprised when I say I agree with him. But I think this country has a good future. We have a good government that has a good program. They have made a lot of mistakes, which I always comment about. They need to put their acts together. They need to lead from the front, not from the back, as they do once in a while. And then we will support them when they are in the right direction. When they go wrong, we try to show them that they have gone wrong.
Yeah.
And that is part of, the role we as citizens, unlike him who is in government, play.
Sure.
This kind of thing.
And there's a difference between sycophancy and patriotism, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
Thank you very much.
good to see you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Jeff.
Senator,
Thank you.
the Grand Mullah,
Thank you, Phil.
and the
Good to see you,
Senator,
brother.
LB America. They're still talking. They're still debating. It's good to see, at least, because you know what I keep saying. We've got to keep talking. Because the minute we stop talking is the minute we start fighting. And it's good to see a robust debate. People on either side of whichever divide you want to call it. And yet, we get a conversation going. That's what JKL is all about. Tomorrow night, same time, we're going to be talking about the big C. That's right, cancer. Did you know that cancer kills more people a month than died during the Westgate siege? Think about it. That's tomorrow night, right here on JKL, only on Kenya's television network, KTN. Thanks for watching. Good night. Good luck.